Hey there, Meergo here, and welcome to the second video in my Meergospective series for the Fallout franchise. If you haven't seen my video on Fallout 1, I highly recommend you check it out first. This video is for Fallout 2. In Fallout 1, the Vault Dweller is sent on a quest to save Vault 13. However, when done, the Overseer tells them to kick rocks.
And you have to leave.
There was a lot of hate for the Overseer over this from gamers, but I kind of agree with them. How could the Vault Dweller go back to their cloistered life in the vault after their power-armored minigun bender? However you feel about the ending, it's pretty moot because this is what happens to the Vault 13 inhabitants. Hey, we brought the guacamole! Apparently the Vault Dweller was so emotionally distressed by being told to kick rocks that they went on to found the tribal village of Arroyo. 80 years later, Arroyo is on the verge of death due to water problems. Big surprise.
The village is dying. The signs are everywhere.
So they send you, the Chosen One, as a descendant of the Vault Dweller to save them. Despite seeming like a tired Chosen One trope, it's really not. The villagers in Arroyo are a bunch of primitive tribals, and them calling you the Chosen One is pretty much all they do before slapping you on the ass on the way out to save them.
Plants of dark soul have infested my garden.
Nobody else really gives a crap about you, and there's certainly no divine intervention or prophecies. The setting is very similar to before though. However, this time the world is bigger, there are more locations, more people, more enemies, and more weapons. Hell yeah. It's also more mature, with slavery, prostitution, drug use, and cannibalism. I'm not really sure this adds much to the setting, it just kinda makes it edgy, so I'd be fine if they left it out. Although the Brotherhood are present, they're only just, and it's a shame. The game instead focuses on new factions, such as the Bear Bros. The big baddies this time are the Enclave, and they are trying to mass exterminate all life in the wasteland. Yep, they're very clearly evil, which is interesting in a world mostly devoid of black and white.
Trooper, what are you doing here? Get back to your guard post!
They're also the ones that don't like guacamole. The graphics remain mostly unchanged from the first, at least today with all the patches, so all the pros and cons from Fallout 1 apply to Fallout 2. There are many more locations to visit in Fallout 2, like a nuclear reactor, cities like San Francisco, New Reno, and a Vault City, and the new California Republic, and they're all really cool looking. Every vault is still laid out with the same 3 levels though. I guess Vault Tech couldn't pay for more than one architect. The audio likewise remains unchanged. Strangely, there are fewer voiced NPCs, which means fewer voice actors. The cast this time includes some big names such as Worf, son of Moog,
Muties and normals made peace a long time ago.
Lieutenant Barkley,
My garden is well. How is yours?
with Ron Perlman coming back to tell us that war never changes.
War never changes.
The game starts with the worst tutorial ever. I bounced off Fallout 2 so many times because the first hour is just so awful. Once you leave though, things do become familiar. You'll be scavenging for better gear, meeting interesting people, and taking on quests in no time. The gameplay itself is pretty much identical to Fallout 1 with more. They should have just called this Fallout More because that's what it is. There are some definite improvements though, one of the biggest being the companions. These aren't the moronic, uncontrollable headaches from Fallout. This time you can actually move them out of doorways and freely change their equipment. They also level up with you, which is very helpful. Carry weight is less of an issue too, since you have pack mules, I mean friends, to help carry your ammunition for you. As possible companions, you still have the goodest boy Dogmeat, but you also get a super mutant. How in the hell are you supposed to lose with Worf by your side? The downside to the son of Moog is that he loves to burst fire his minigun through you and your companions. Besides Dogmeat and Worf, my favorite companion is Sulik, who is a hilariously voiced tribal NPC who talks to Grampy Bone, that giant thing in his face.
We and I stay close if you promise to buy soap in next town.
He can even consult with the spirit of Grampy Bone, though the game isn't clear if it's spiritual or just drug-induced hallucinations. My other favorite companion is Gorus, a Deathclaw. He's not voiced like Sulik, and he's definitely not Worf, but he's a freaking Deathclaw. Complete fail by Bethesda. If they had included Deathclaw companions, their games may have been better. The other huge improvement to gameplay is an upgradable car. Holy crap, this thing is awesome. Called the Christless Highwayman, it's very fast, comes with item storage, and just adds to your overall coolness factor, even if it isn't quite Fury Road. The only thing that could have made it better is a Doof Warrior. Fallout 2 retains the open-endedness offered in the prequel. Though you do have to kill the end boss, you can't just convince him his plan sucks. He's a colossal jerk though, so killing him is satisfying. Overall, there's only a couple of quests you have to complete, while the other 99% are side quests. In addition to all of this, there are quite a few mods available for Fallout 2. One of the most popular is the Restoration mod, which adds more stuff to do in case you didn't have enough. There are also total conversions like Fallout Nevada and Fallout Resurrection. If you really dig the Fallout classic style and combat, there's an enormous amount of hours you can put into mods alone. To rate Fallout 2, I'd say that the story and setting are still amazing, while the graphics and audio are still just fine. Likewise, the UI still sucks. The big difference between Fallout 1 and 2 is that there is so much more to do here, and for me, it makes for a much more enjoyable experience. That's why I'd give Fallout 2 a 9 out of 10. If you like this video and you want to support the channel, please like and subscribe. Leave a comment below if you have any interesting Fallout 2 tidbits, or if you have any suggestions for games we should cover next. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.